And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, a real estate and finance expert, and goes to bat for you every day as your consumer advocate. Your host, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media, the fake news out there, and helping you win in any marketplace. That's the goal of our show. We want to educate, entertain, enlighten, and help you win in any marketplace. But we want to engage you. The best way is on our hotline at 813-670-7372. That's our hotline. You can call or text that number.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. Call or text our hotline for any questions, comments you have on the show. And we want to educate, entertain, and enlighten, but most importantly, engage you to help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
And we don't care if you're climbing a corporate ladder or if you throw a ladder in your truck on the way to work. This show's for you. We're going to help you win. Let's go around the horn now, make our introductions. Mario Larrea, he's a mortgage specialist here in Tampa Bay. Home First Lending. Welcome in, sir.
Hey, Brandon, good to be here. I'm going to be talking about a little bit about mortgages, difference between brokers and lenders today. So kind of help people out with some of the advantages of using a broker as opposed to a lender. Yeah, big difference. A lot more flexibility in the space, and a lot of ways that you want to talk about that. Also, local company here in Tampa Bay. So, welcome back in. Also in studio, Paul Bundschu, sales manager, One Stop Cooling and Heating. Welcome in, sir.
Hey, great to be here again, Brandon. It's always exciting to talk with you and people of Tampa Bay. We're going to be talking a little bit about indoor air quality and what One Stop has to offer to all the customers here in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of good stuff coming up. Also, ways that you can protect yourself in the home and to be more healthy. Got some really cool opportunities to install these different systems in the cooling system that you have in the property. And this segment is brought to you by our official hotel partner. We're going to have a call in as well from Paul with the Hotel Zamora, our official hotel partner, beautiful St. Pete Beach, the first new hotel built on St. Pete Beach in decades. Spanish ancestry meets cool Mediterranean attitude. There's a whitewashed Mediterranean palace with expansive luxury suites overlooking the intercoastal waterway with gorgeous views of the Gulf of Mexico as well. And what you have is a 15 to 20% discount there if you let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. And you also can pull your boat up. They've got boat docks. A big difference between a lot of the other inventory down there is it's old, outdated inventory. And the Hotel Zamora is a new construction, beautiful property. The Castile restaurant on site as well. Let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. You get it 15 to 20% off of your room stay at the Hotel Zamora on lovely St. Pete Beach here in beautiful Tampa Bay.
Sun is shining, the weather is sweet.
All right, as you know, I'm a published author, professional speaker. We'd love to have you engage us on our website as well, consumerqb.com, or submit the form there, or you can go to Amazon and buy our book at Become the MVP in Your Industry by Surfing the Radio Waves. It is available on Amazon as well. We always start the show off with a little personal development. Got our friend Peyton Manning here helping us. Sometimes in life you want to call that audible. And today we're talking about goal-oriented thinking versus reactionary thinking. And we've got a great quote here from Vince Lombardi. It says, mental toughness is many things and rather difficult to explain. Its qualities are sacrifice, self-denial. Also, most importantly, it's combined with a perfectly disciplined will that refuses to give in. It's a state of mind. You could call it character in action. And, the idea when you think about goal-oriented thinking is you want to keep an eye on your goals, your focus. What did you write down January 1? And here we are, going into the second quarter, midway through the year. Are you on pace to achieve those goals? And if not, you might want to reorganize and look at those goals again and utilize the power of focus. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. What you focus on in life is going to expand as well. So you want to make sure you're focused on what Wilfredo Pareto talked about as the 80-20 rule. In 1895, Wilfredo Pareto, he's an Italian economist, he realized that the land wealth, the majority of the wealth in Italy was broken up into different factions, and 80% of the land and the wealth was being operated and owned by 20% of the landowners. So when that relates into business is where you spend 80% of your results are going to come from 20% of the key activities that you're working on a daily basis. So focus on those key tasks and focus on the discipline of having the power of self-discipline as well, the ability to make yourself do what you should do, whether you feel like it or not. A lot of people let their feelings get in the way. I don't feel like waking up. I don't feel like starting that retirement plan, or I don't feel like doing that. So get off of someday aisle, reach out, get those goals in place, and we're going to help you do that with the Quarterback Show here. So let's go ahead and jump into this great content. Mario Larrea, he's a mortgage specialist, local lender here in Tampa Bay. And, let's talk about that difference we kind of talked about there.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize how much difference there is working with a mortgage broker as opposed to a lender. And one of the main things that I can see from it is we're able to basically custom tailor loans to the individual. So, if you go to a major bank or a major lender, they have one program and it may be the best for you, may not. With me, and other brokers out there, I work with about 60 different lenders. So a lot of the loans that banks will turn down and people can't buy homes can actually look to alternate sources such as brokers. And, we can do credit scores that are a lot lower than banks are able to. We do people with no credit, people with 1 day out of bankruptcy, foreclosure, short sales. So it's really helping the market increase too, and this is part of, I think, one of the reasons that you're seeing the prices go up in the housing market right now.
Yeah, you look at the differences, and we talked about this in the past too. You look at the big box stores, you look at the companies that are utilizing basically our money. They utilize taxpayer money. The big banks, you know who they are. I don't have to say the names, but they utilize this taxpayer money, the bailout money, and they went out and bought all the best real estate and bought that corner lot location. And you may have your checkings and savings with some of these folks, but that's not going to be the best bet when it comes to financing a home or looking at doing a renovation type of loan. Mario, maybe talk to that as well, because a lot of times these folks are just they're customer service type people. They're just going to fit you into that box, and so many times the people need more options than just that box.
Yeah, just like you said, I mean, with the home improvement loans, these are becoming real big because you might find a house in a neighborhood that you love, but you just think it's ugly, or you want a new kitchen, or a new bathroom, and you can do this now. I mean, they're very easy to go through. There's FHA offers them, conventional offers them as well. They take a little bit longer than a normal mortgage process, just because you're dealing with some of the contractors giving estimates and stuff like that. But it's a very strong program right now, and it can get you in maybe to the neighborhood that you want and make the house be exactly what you want it to be.
Yeah, it's almost like being your own flipper. People talk about real estate investments and flipping, and you look at people buying properties for $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, putting a good amount of work and time and effort and energy. Sometimes it's a 3 to 6 month renovation project, and then they turn around and have these awesome profits. So why not do that with the program that Mario is referring to here, which is is it a 203K?
They're 203K, and then there's one that's called the Home Styles. That's actually the conventional one. 203K is FHA. But, another nice thing, too, is like with a lot of the people that are flipping, they're having to come out of pocket with all this money. You can hang on to your money, finance it, use the money for what you want to, and not have to tie it all up into, rebuilding the house or, improving it. And in some cases, people don't have the money. So this is a way to do it, to get around that as well.
Yeah, and you can tear down load-bearing walls. There's really very limitations on what you can do with that. Right?
Yeah, you can pretty much do about anything.
Yeah, you can add air conditioning units. You can add roofs. You can redo a lot of the kitchens, the tiles, the granites, different parts of the home, the flooring, and make the property yours, and make it completely repaint it and give it a complete facelift through some of these unique programs. Yeah,
and, it's crazy. I've seen people actually add pools, add outdoor kitchens. I mean, you can literally do just about anything that you want with them. So, like I said, it'll get you into the house that you want it to look like without taking forever and, having to save a bunch of money and waiting to get it done.
Yeah, that's right. And you look at the inventory levels here in Tampa Bay. We talk about St. Pete, Clearwater, down to Sarasota, Bradenton, out to Lakeland. You look at these areas, and there's a limited supply of inventory. Soon as something hits the market, I just listed a nice one yesterday. I'm already getting lots of showings. They're asking me if it already has offers on it, if we're receiving multiple offers yet. So anything that's nice, new, renovated inventory, when it comes on the market, it's gone.
Yeah, and that's, again, it's one of those things that helps. I mean, it's real hard to find the perfect house right now. I pre-approve people that it takes them months to find something, and, everybody wants the house to look as they want it to, but, with the market the way it is, it's pretty difficult, but this will allow you to do so.
Yeah, excellent. More from our expert contributor. We're going to talk more with Mario Larrea, mortgage specialist, Home First Lending, as well as Paul Bundschu, sales manager, One Stop Cooling and Heating, talking about some of the things that you can do with your home, different programs to help you win, and making you more street smart out there, giving you that helicopter view of the marketplace, things happening, and we're going to be right back on the other side of this break with more consumer advocate content here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show right here on iHeartRadio. And please check out realestateradiotampa.com to buy or sell real estate and see all of his expert contributors. Thank you.
Don't forget, Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Visit realestateradiotampa.com or text the word VALUE to their consumer advocacy hotline at 813-917-1894. Call Brandon today, 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, former USF football player, played on the inaugural football team at the University of South Florida, and longtime quarterback on many of my Pop Warner teams and the high school teams. And now we're quarterbacking transactions for our sellers out there. If you're a seller on the fence thinking about selling real estate, we'd love to be your quarterback for your transaction, help you to a successful closing, as well as quarterbacking introductions to all of our expert contributors. Over 80 show partners now with the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we all want to educate, entertain, and enlighten, and give you these consumer advocate tips, things to do, things to avoid. And I want you to think of this show as the hub of your finance wheel, your business wheel, your health wheel, and each spoke extending out representing another one of our preferred partners, the finest folks in all of Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region that we've assembled and we vetted to help you win no matter what you're looking at doing. Could be some surprise mail you get. You get some mail in the mailbox and you're not sure what to do with it. We've got 7 or 8 different types of attorneys that are associated with this show. You might get something stuck on your door that you don't know what to do about it. That's what we've set up this show for. 813-670-7372. 670-7372. That's our hotline. Welcome to my house. We're going to help you with whatever you're facing out there. So in studio today, Mario Larrea, mortgage specialist, Home First Lending, as well as Paul Bundschu. He's the sales manager of One Stop Cooling and Heating. And I want to plug our sponsor for this segment. It's going to be Hula Bay, the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Big shout out to the friends down at Hula Bay. Todd is the general manager. Awesome food, excellent sushi, wide variety on the menu, and great friendly staff as well. They've got Freedom Boat Club down there on the weekends. You can enjoy live music from Duke's Retired Surfer Bar down below, and a great place to go check out 5210 Tyson Avenue in South Tampa. Shout out to Hula Bay, our official restaurant partner. All right, let's go ahead and talk to Paul here, One Stop Cooling and Heating. Paul, we're coming into that season, man. It's people need to get that AC system checked out now before it's in the dead heat of the summer.
Definitely. Right now after the show, I've got 5 appointments. People that don't have any air conditioning already. The past week's been really crazy. Constant people calling in, no air down. You really don't want to be one of those people because the time slots are actually backing up pretty fast. I've got a couple emergency installs for older people that I'm pushing to the front of the line, but I try to take care of people that have to be taken care of right away. But it's starting to get crazy already.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's this time of year, it's you want to get the preventative checkups in place. You want to come out there. I know, and you guys do some kind of a special as well for our show listeners. You go out there and check out their whole system for them.
Yep, we sure do. $49. We'll come out there, check out your system. If it's broke, we give you a diagnostic for it and tell you what's wrong with it. And $79, we do a complete tune-up on it. The difference between a tune-up and the $49 service call, $49, we come out there. If your unit's broke and you need it fixed, then we'll come out there. We'll tell you what's wrong with it for $49, and that's 7 days a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, evenings, and then $79. We'll come out there and we'll do a complete maintenance on it and check your system out and make sure that it's running at prime efficiency for you.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's awesome, man. And Paul, we're gonna go to the phones real quick here. We're gonna come back with Paul Bundschu. He's a sales manager, One Stop Cooling and Heating. But I've got the folks on the line from the Hotel Zamora. We've got Paul Romero. We've got Paul as well, and John Markunis, the general manager. So let's go ahead and patch them in here in for time management here. So, all right. So how we doing, guys?
Brandon, what's going on? How have you been?
Oh man, things are great. Things are great here. Loving it.
I have Paul James with me in my office, as well as John Markunis, general manager.
Nice, yeah.
So we have the whole crew.
What's up, Brandon? Brandon, what's up, man?
Hey, how we doing?
Bueno.
Awesome. Yeah. What's new happening around in the Zamora down there?
We just actually had a Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce lunch here just about 10 minutes ago. Everybody just left. Lunch went great. It was basically everybody from the local community, all the local businesses, hotels, etc. We all just had a lunch here. They had a meeting. Things went great. Everybody loved the hotel, and we're just gearing up for summer.
Yeah, absolutely. And had an awesome meal in the Castile this weekend. The lamb chops were on point.
Yeah, some good stuff there, Brandon. And every night this party's getting larger and larger. More people are coming in. More people are hearing about us. That's the name of the game. We've got an unbelievable chef. Even better than the chef, you got an unbelievable new food and beverage director with a really great personality and a sense of service expertise. That would be me, Brandon.
I was wondering. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We're getting ready for right now. Besides, our nightly busy, especially at the rooftop, the sunsets and Castile and everything else we've got going on. Obviously, I am concentrating now on Mother's Day. Taking reservations as we speak. It's filling up fast. A lot of people are excited about what we're doing this Mother's Day, featuring a 4-course $55 menu, which is, we're going to give all the moms a fresh flower, and we're going to keep the mimosas flowing in a bottomless way. And Chef, as a treat, has also added a Chef special menu, a 3-course, $85 menu that is filled with just some wonderful, wonderful food and dessert. Our pastry chef has made special desserts for the day as well. So we're keeping real busy, making sure everybody knows about us, checking us out, and having a great time.
Yeah, that's awesome. Mother's Day's coming up, man. What's the date on that? Is it 2 weeks out?
So I want to say Sunday, May 14th.
Yep, 2 weeks from this Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming up soon. Mother's Day. Don't forget about Mom.
No, and I just highly recommend, Brandon, to start making reservations because we are filling up fast. Obviously, it's in the top 3 busiest days of the year for restaurants, and we are no exception.
Yeah, that's awesome. So many things to do there, John. As the GM of the hotel, I mean, there's so many things to do. You've got the awesome beach cruisers with which my daughter and I love to go out and have fun. You've got the opportunity to pull up the boats there. You guys offer so much.
Absolutely, and not to mention the kayaks, paddle boards. We can get some jet skis up here for you. Boat rentals, anything you really need on our end, we'll make happen. We're very fortunate to have a marina right in our backyard. So our options are pretty limitless. So we're very lucky in that regard.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have a boat on site, too. People can utilize a boat. You've got the kayaks. You've got the rooftop yoga on the weekends. So many things that people can enjoy.
Brandon, I don't think you had the opportunity to see me in my yoga outfit either. Which, from what I understand, is a big attraction here in St. Pete.
The word's getting out, I think, Paul.
So Brandon, I got to tell you on a personal note. So I had the opportunity to meet you last week, as you just mentioned. Got to tell you, I think I'm head over heels in love with your daughter.
Oh, thank you.
I never had an 11-year-old look at me and say, "How's my flan?"
Yeah.
She gave me stage fright. I was like, "This better be the best flan, otherwise I think I'm going to get nailed."
She loves
She's
that
throw
flan.
something at me. She's an absolute treat. So thank you for bringing her.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much as well. And yeah, she always enjoys that place. She really loves it.
Well, you know what? She's a foodie.
Yes, she is. We brought down the easel, and we had went to Michael's and bought some paint. We were going to go up on the rooftop and do some painting. She wanted to paint the sunset, and I guess one thing got into the other. We didn't end up doing it, but we're going to do that next time.
So Brendan, I think I'm going to start something new. I think I'm going to start a new trend around here. I'm going to call it Sunset with Paulie, and I'm going to go up there. We're going to make a nice trellis. And I'm going to take pictures with all the couples, and I'm going to stand in between with a big smile. And anybody who asks for me, anybody who says, where's Paulie, or comes to me and says they heard this radio show and they're checking us out, I will absolutely buy them around to welcome them to Hotel Zamora.
Nice. I like that.
Yep, absolutely.
And we appreciate the offer you guys extend to our listening audience as well. They get a 10 to 20% discount off of their room stay just by mentioning the Consumer Quarterback Show.
Absolutely.
We also have another special rate code, Brendan. It's FSRC. It includes a $100 resort credit when you stay 2 nights or more. So the listeners could use either one of those, whichever kind of fits into what they're trying to do. And the code is FSRC.
Awesome. And you'll have corporate events, hotel buyouts, weddings on the rooftop 360, so many things, the Hotel Zamora. And we appreciate you guys calling in. I'd like to thank you as well, guys, for calling in, and have a wonderful day.
Thanks so much. And don't forget to stop by the Castillo Restaurant and ask for Paulie, get your free drinks.
Yeah, I love it. Awesome.
All right.
Brandon, take care.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, gentlemen.
Bye now.
All right. So that's the Hotel Zamora, our official hotel partner. Give us an update from Pinellas County there, St. Pete Beach. And in studio here, more from Mario Larrea. He's a mortgage specialist here, Home First Lending, as well as Paul Bundschu. He's the sales manager of One Stop Cooling and Heating, and more from our expert contributors. We also got a top 10 list. We're going to talk about the top 10 most dangerous sports, just to kind of light it up and have some fun here on the Quarterback Show. We want to help you win. ConsumerQB.com. Just submit the form at ConsumerQB.com. Hit the contact form. Any questions you have, ConsumerQB.com. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
Don't forget, Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Visit realestateradiotampa.com or text the word VALUE to their consumer advocacy hotline at 813-917-1894. Call Brandon today, 813-917-1894.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here. I'm a top listing agent in Tampa Bay. I'm host of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Got a hot listing here at 701 East Crenshaw Street. Just hit the market yesterday. $269,000. Great opportunity. 3-bedroom, 2-bath property. Over 2,358 square feet. And we had a great renovation job on this. Complete renovated and beautiful. It's actually staged. It's a gorgeous, immaculate home. Looks like a model home here at $269,000. A great buying opportunity. 701 East Crenshaw Street in beautiful Tampa Bay.
Sun is shining, the weather is sweet.
All right, a quick plug for our sponsors here. Source One Solutions utilizes Honeywell technology. They are a security partner. Honeywell technology provided by Source One Solutions. Shout out to Robert Hessel and his team. Great friends of the program, longtime friends of the program, over 3 years now. Source One Solutions, the security partner, can provide any of the home automation security that you want to install, cameras, and making sure you're safe at your home or office. And also Smart Move Moving and Storage, the official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Say hello to Hannah and her team over at Smart Move Moving and Storage for all of your local and long-distance moves here in Tampa Bay. All right, we're back in studio live from iHeartRadio, beautiful South Tampa, Florida. We've got Mario Larrea in the house, mortgage broker extraordinaire here, longtime mortgage industry expert, as well as Paul Bundschu. He's a sales manager, One Stop Cooling and Heating. And before we went to the phones there, we had the folks from the Hotel Zamora on the phones. Paul, we were just getting heated up talking about the idea of preventative maintenance on your air conditioning unit, and also some other things that you can do to extend the life of your AC system.
Yeah, definitely. The best thing that you can do to extend the life of your air conditioner is to have your maintenance done at least once a year, change your filters on a regular basis. Those are the two top things you can do to extend the life of your air conditioner. If you don't do that, you're just asking for trouble. Like I said, we have specials for show listeners: $49 service calls, $79 tune-ups. You can call into either into the show or into our office and schedule that with my dispatcher Kim, and she can get a service tech out to you anytime.
Yeah, and reach out to the show. We want to engage you. There's questions, out there as listeners. We want to give you action items, things that you can do to have an action step towards those action items. And we want to have this QAA formula. So questions, actions, items to help you win. And on our website as well, you can go and find all the contact information of any of our expert contributors, over 80 show partners at consumerqb.com. All of their contact information, their contact card, websites, phone numbers, and you can contact them directly as well if you don't want to go through us. But let's bring Mario back in as well. So, Mario, when we talk about these renovation programs, there's a lot of options you can do. Paul has an opportunity when it comes to the HVAC systems, and, it's going to be heating up soon.
Yeah, that's a great thing to use it for, too, because sometimes you can buy a house, the unit's old, it can be used for that, and it's not cheap to have to replace everything. So, it's definitely something that you may want to do if you plan on living in the home for a while, to go ahead and make sure that the AC unit, especially here in Florida, you don't want to get caught in the summer with no AC, but it's something that can be used in conjunction with your AC.
Yeah, and Paul, let's talk too about the systems that you have. I think that's an area of concern for a lot of people. We talk about the indoor air quality.
Yes, we have a system called an Air Night. It mounts in your ductwork, kills all the germs, viruses, mold, mildew, everything that blows over it. That's an awesome little system. It's not really expensive. And we also offer duct cleaning, cleans all your ductwork out, takes all the dust and anything that's been gotten into your ductwork, cleans all that all out, and does an awesome job for you. Helps your allergies out tremendously. And yeah, speaking of the loans, I actually have a builder that is working for a customer. She bought a big house down in South Tampa with one of those type of loans, a home improvement loan. She paid like $90,000 for this house in South Tampa, and has this huge home improvement loan, and she's basically gutted the whole inside of the house and is rebuilding it.
Well, it's funny you say that. My wife and I just bought a house, and we're gutting it as we speak. The AC seems pretty good, but I was thinking, I walked in yesterday, and there's just dust and stuff everywhere from them tearing tile out, ripping the ceilings down. So I might actually have to give you a call and have you come out there once they get everything finished.
Yeah, I do a lot of that for builders where they'll call me up and we'll come out and clean the duct work out for them, and then put in some air purification for them to help with the dust and things like that.
Yeah, I think I could definitely use it. I walked in there for a few minutes yesterday and I was completely covered. So
that's something when you think about the health side of this, and I always think about these. I try to think a layer deeper when you're looking at real estate, you're looking at credit, or even health, and we're talking about but if you look at these ceilings like this that have the drop ceiling, what's on the other side of that? And we know the answer:
dirt
and dust, and that's sitting just about 8 feet from us. And you look at health clubs. You go to a gym and you think, okay, this is a health club. It's supposed to be and that's why I quit going to one of the gyms I used to be a member of. And you look around and especially if it's a red iron building, one of those iron buildings, you look around, you see dust everywhere. That's got to be affecting your lungs.
Oh, definitely. And like these ceilings here, they actually take the return air is actually the whole part of the ceiling. Oh. There usually isn't ductwork ran to the return air. They use the whole ceiling space as a return air plenum, and It just free draws and it just collects a lot of dirt.
Do you have some kind of a system that you could go in and pull, do some type of a system, Paul, to look in there and monitor the levels in a house? Is there a system made like that?
We don't have one, but there are some people that do. It's usually like the mold specialists, mold remediators. They'll have systems that do that. There really isn't a system that monitors the dirt level of your house.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to if any of our listeners out there are in that space. I'd like to talk to you about that because I think that's an area that really needs a lot more exposure. I mean, consumer advocacy. You look at and you had mentioned last time, Paul, a study that was talking about the interior of a home or an office is 10 times unclean as the outside.
Correct. That's definitely true, and that's a study by the government that does that. And it all has to do with the way the houses are sealed up nowadays. There's nothing to go in or out. There's no fresh air coming in and out. So, and in a lot of these tight houses where they have icing in the ceilings and things like that, they actually have to have a fresh air brought into the ductwork. It's ducted right into the return air so that the house actually can breathe better.
Yeah, I think, in yesterday's show we had Suncoast Roofing, Chuck Peterson in studio, and he was talking about some of the future plans for solar implementation into roofing tiles and that type of an area. And I think that's something that we need to really explore more as a people and in the building, in the real estate space, is this idea of clean air inside the home and outside the home.
Oh, definitely. I have people that call me about this every day. As a matter of fact, I had a listener that I talked to yesterday, and that had called in, and Brandon referred to me, and I've talked to them 2 or 3 times about getting getting an air purifier to help with their allergies. The woman has real bad allergies, and it's really affecting her life.
Yeah, and when you think about that carryover of the real estate, you live in it every day. You're paying X amount of dollars either in rent you're paying for it, or you're paying for it in a mortgage. And granted, those rates are low. We'll talk about rates here in a little bit, but you want to make sure that the property that you're living in is a clean and healthy environment. So you've got some solutions for that, Paul. So that's good to know. And I want to remind you, our listeners out there, reach out to our hotline if you'd like to take Paul up on this offer, or even find out more about your mortgage financing options. Maybe look at a refinance, eliminate some of that private mortgage insurance you may be carrying, or just at least get a double check, find out where you're at, see what's happening with your mortgage. 670-7372. That's our hotline. Just shoot a call or a text over to 670-7372. That's a Tampa area code 813 number, and 670-REQB, and also consumerqb.com. So Mario, we got about a minute left in this segment, but let's tease a little bit about what's happening with the Fed. Where do you see rates going? What's trending?
Well, they've been going up, but they're still at a historic lows. So they say they're going to continue to go up, and by the end of the year, they should be quite a bit higher. But I mean, even with that being said, rents are going way up.
Rents are high, man.
So, a lot of the times, even how much they've crept up so far from the beginning of the year, I mean, the most people that I'm getting into, first-time home buyers that I'm getting into mortgages, they're actually saving money going into it. So, I mean, we still have some time, but it's kind of running out here from what everything's looking like. So, this is the time to either purchase or, look into refinancing while you still can.
Yeah, it sure is. It's such a renter's market or landlord's market, rather. The rents are high. People are scrambling to get rents. You look around, you see some of the construction going on. It's apartment buildings, and definitely a strong market for that. When we come back, the top 10 most dangerous sports, we're going to have some fun with you, see if we can go in here and guess these top 10 most dangerous sports, and more from our expert contributors. We're going to talk a little bit more about the rates. Mario's going to pull out his crystal ball, let us know what's going to happen there, and we're going to have some fun here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Jarek Robbins. You are listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show with Brandon Rhymes. Please do what it takes to learn all that you have to live the life you want to live it fully, and find a way to give it by paying it forward to others.
Don't forget, Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Visit realestateradiotampa.com or text the word VALUE to their consumer advocacy hotline at 813-917-1894. Call Brandon today, 813-917-1894.
Sticking with us, Brandon Rhymes here, Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty. Big shout out to Felicia Lacaille with Healthy Gourmet, all organic veggies, natural proteins, meal plans starting at $90 a week. Optimal fuel, optimal performance, Healthy Gourmet, organic veggies, natural proteins delivered fresh 3 times a week. I love every Monday, Wednesday, Friday I get a fresh delivery from Felicia. And it's awesome food, and it's going to help you fuel your body. It's going to, what else do you have in this world if you don't have your health? Remind you to go to our website. You can find all the contact information for any of our expert contributors, consumerqb.com. TampaBaySports.com. Just click on the Expert Contributors tab. You can also watch our live stream television show version of the show from our website or on WeBeam TV. And all of our Expert Contributors' contact information is available there as well. Couple of hot listings I want to let you know about. Got some vacant land here, commercial opportunity. Attention developers, attention builders, looking at 1401 Seminole Boulevard here in Largo. You've got 200 feet of frontage within the city of Largo, and it's a 0.82 acre lot, MOL, $460,000. Great opportunity here to build a nice, corner lot property here, commercial property. Lots of traffic driving by daily at 1401 Seminole Boulevard in Largo. And I've got a residential build opportunity here on vacant land at 0 Rue de Lacs, and it's Tarpon Springs, 34688. That's $299,000, 1.13 acres in the exquisite Chateau de Lacs estate community. Elegant, surrounded by multi-million-dollar homes here, beautiful properties, and you have a gorgeous view of Lake Tarpon. So you're literally across the street from Lake Tarpon here in sunny Tampa Bay.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
Coming up, we're going to cover the top 10 most dangerous sports with our two expert contributors here in studio, Mario Larrea with Home First Lending, as well as Paul Bundschu, sales manager of One Stop Cooling and Heating. So, Mario, before the break, we kind of teased a little bit about where the rates are going, what you see happening. There's so many geopolitical things happening out there. You got the Middle East now, you got North Korea, Trump's antics and things happening. But with that uncertainty, I think there's still you kind of revert back to the United States of America. It's the cleanest shirt in the dirty laundry when it comes to investing. And then how does that play out with the mortgage market?
Well, I mean, anything can happen. Like we saw it last summer, I think it was, when the English dropped the euro, and all of a sudden rates dropped. But I've seen the reverse happen too. I mean, there's so many things that can change it immediately that are unforeseen. So, it's something to consider. We know they're low right now. I mean, this is really the time to do something while they are low. But as a whole, it looks like they, from what everybody's saying, that it looks like they should be on the rise. They have been on the rise, and they're going to continue to rise.
Yeah, and you look at, and the bottom line is we're looking at 40 to 50 year lows still. I mean, it's pretty close to that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I started out like 16 years ago, and I remember rates were about like 6.5, and they were historic lows then. And now, if you tell somebody a 6%, they think you're crazy, but they still are extremely low right now. I mean, you're looking at conventional rates mid-4s or something like that on a 30-year fixed. I mean, it's almost free money.
Yeah, it's almost. And that's what's interesting too in this world economy. I was just finished reading Unshakable, Tony Robbins' Money Master the Game. There's still, according to the time that book was written, there's 10 first-class. World-class economies, Sweden, Germany, some of those countries that are they're at a negative interest rate, meaning if you take your money to the bank, you've got to pay them to hold your money. I mean, it's unprecedented times that we have. So that's why we always talk about real estate being such a great investment. And people have to live somewhere. It's an insurable asset, and the rents are high.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, is you actually get a write-off for your mortgage interest. So, part of the money you're paying, you're getting back. But, talking about rates and, one of the things that's real nice about being a broker is, again, I have 60 different lenders, so I have 60 different companies competing for my business. It costs them nothing to get it. So another benefit, too, is when, back to what we were talking about was lenders versus broker, I can get a lot better pricing on loans out there that, a larger bank can't.
Right.
And the other part that goes with that is one lender might price out a lot lower than another for the certain scenario. So,
right.
Do your research. Definitely, give me a call. I can, point you to the best lender there is for your situation.
Perfect. And also, let's go ahead and jump into our top 10 most dangerous sports. Okay, so we have a little fun. We try to do a little guessing game here. So let's start over here with Paul. Paul, can you guess a sport that's going to be in the top 10 here? Now, it's according to SmashingList.com. Some of these are kind of surprising, but let's see what you got.
How about MMA?
MMA, wow, that you think right away that should be the top, and it's not even on the list. I mean, that's come on, how can they not put MMA on the list?
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, all right. What are your guess, Mario?
How about lacrosse?
Lacrosse is actually on the list, number 10. Yeah, and it's surprising. There's 90,634 injuries in 2010 is the date on this one, but and over 90,000 injuries a year where they're talking about there. But yeah, lacrosse is there. What else, Paul? Give us another one.
How about rugby?
Rugby. Rugby is not on the list either. Yeah, this list is all right. So and number 7 or number 1, I'll go ahead and tell you, is cycling. So would you think of cycling as well? Here's what it
people
says.
mountain bike too, so you know. Some injuries in that.
Yeah, because they include people just riding on the road as well. But yeah, there's let's see, 541,746 total injuries, bike-related injuries, as well as a frightening number from 0 to 4 age group. Number 2 would be basketball. So basketball, they're saying, is another dangerous sport here. You know, and number 3 is football, which to me that should be reversed. You know, football, you're running head on, hitting people and trying to bring them down.
You'd think.
Yeah. So this list is a little bit off here, to my opinion. Number 4 is baseball, softball. Number 5 is soccer. And number 6 is swimming. Number 7 is skateboarding. Number 8, skateboarding.
I would have thought that would have been way above swimming.
Yeah, yeah. You watch those shows where the hidden cameras or whatever, the kids out at the park, and then snowboarding and skiing is up there, and skating, number 9. So yeah, interesting. I don't always agree with these top 10 lists, but hey. All right, let's go ahead and jump into our lightning round. Top tips, things to do, things to avoid. Mario Larrea, you're up first.
Do your research when you're looking for anything, really, but mortgages in particular. Go online, see who you're talking to, see what their ratings are. You can learn a lot with who you're dealing with just by doing that. And then, deal with a local mortgage broker if you can. We have access to a lot better programs than the big lenders out there, and you're dealing with a person. Like, we really care about the individual. You're not just another person in the bank. So.
Yeah, a lot of these .coms, you think about it, do you really know where their office is at? Do you really know, they could be doing mortgages out of the garage, you never know.
Yeah, and the other thing too, you hear a lot about these automated mortgages and online mortgages. There's so many different variables with people, and how they're paid, what they do, their credit history. I mean, a computer can't do that. So, some of these things where they're saying you just do it all online, you're not going to get the best loan that way. You have to be able to see what is going on there and then solve the problem and figure out where to place it.
Absolutely. Paul, top tips, things to do.
I have to agree. Make sure you do your research. I was actually sitting with a customer this morning, and he had a flyer that came in the mail that had prices listed for the different size air conditioning equipment right in the flyer. And so I challenged the guy. I said, hey, let's call the guy. Let's call him up.
Yeah.
And so we did. We sat right there and we called him, and come to find out that they weren't even heat pump systems, that they were just a straight cool system. So there was really no heat with them. And then they did say that very rarely do the prices that they send out. Very rarely do you get that price. Usually there's a bunch of extras that have to get added in, and so he ended up getting an air conditioner from me, just basically because I try to be honest with people, and that really shows dishonesty. That you send something out and you have a price, and it's really not the price that you're going to get.
Yeah, it's misleading advertising, false advertising, and it's so far out there. A lot of times you hear all this commission-based commission-based advice, commission breath floating around, and especially in the world of financial advising, there's all these so-called wealth advisors that aren't even a fiduciary, meaning they don't have a legal capacity to put your interest as a buyer in front of theirs as the broker. So there's so much commission-based advice. That's why we set this show up over 4 years ago to help you win in any marketplace. Special thanks to Mario Larrea and Paul Bundschu. excellent content today. All of our listeners out there, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in, as well as our expert contributors and the folks behind the scenes. Our production team is top-notch, and we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness, something as simple as packing up leftover food you may have, taking it with you to and from your commute to work, handing it to that person that's in need, and being a force for good, maybe volunteering out there. A lot of great volunteer opportunities, organizations. If you want to get involved, we'd love to hear from you as well. ConsumerQB.com, submit the form, or 813-670-7372, 670-REQB. We'll see you next time. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Hey everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, celebrity TV fitness host and creator of The Spin Gym. I'm here today with Brandon Rhymes, and you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great ways to get happy, healthy, and wealthy.
Don't forget, Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Visit realestateradiotampa.com or text the word VALUE to their consumer advocacy hotline at 813-917-1894. Call Brandon today, 813-917-1894.